He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Wow, we're doing it. All right.
Wow.
Welcome to the Roommates in Law podcast. I'm Tommy Schneeman.
I'm Tim Smith. We are not actually roommates.
Nope.
We are not actually brothers-in-law.
Mm-mm.
People have a hard time grasping that sometimes.
Yeah. We have a web series.
People I've known for 4 or 5 years, like, dude, I didn't even know you were related to Tommy.
I have relatives that have asked.
I'm like, nah. Or they'll be like, I didn't know you and Lizzie got married. I'm like, what are you saying?
Now I'm
How-
Lizzie's brother.
Yeah, do you think Lizzie? That makes no sense. And then they look at me dumbfounded for 8 to 10 seconds until I walk away from the conversation.
Bunch of people have thrown me the, hey, your brother-in-law Tim is actually really funny.
Oh, well, that hurts.
Yeah. Well, they think you're my brother-in-law that I recruited.
Oh,
that I dragged into this
I thought they were like,
sketch
hey,
series.
the other asshole in there. I mean, he's not a complete idiot.
No.
Like,
like-
oh, nice.
They're like, wow, you really stumbled into something there with your brother-in-law
Incredible.
who stays at home in this fictitious world.
It's so obviously fake.
People are morons. That said, to my relatives that thought that, I'm sorry, I love you. Keep watching, please. You're not a moron.
No, anybody I've had that conversation with, you stink, get out of my face.
We don't need you.
Never talk to me again.
Get off the train.
Those, I just have to walk away from those conversations and let them think it out.
Oh, man. All right, well, what is this podcast going to be? I think we're just, I don't know, we're buds.
I don't know. We're pals, Tom.
Yeah, we're doing it.
And people need to hear us talk into microphones.
Weekly. Every week.
People are clamoring for it.
Yeah, I think so. So,
No, but like on a serious note, I'm sick of people stopping me in Starbucks and being like, when?
It does suck.
When?
It's fun the first few times.
First few times, but then
Yeah.
when I can't make an order normally, I'm like, this is not what I
Like, my kids are
envisioned for
here.
my life. Yeah.
I can't get into this right now. I want them to have a normal life.
Oh my God. I'm not even telling people like, do you have a podcast? I'm like, no.
I don't
They're like,
think
are y'all doing one? I'm like,
I've been telling everyone.
I don't know. Have you?
I've told a few people. I told my whole company today.
Oh.
So that's good.
Did you really?
Yeah, accidentally. I wasn't really paying attention. I was on this meeting and I wasn't.
How'd you shoehorn that into a company meeting?
Somebody just asked me what I was up to, and I was like, huh? And they asked me a couple more questions. I was like, no. They're like, do you have a show tonight? I was like, no, podcast. I don't know why I decided to tell them that.
Hell yes.
So hopefully. We
Any
got like
interest?
300. I think, yeah. I mean, they were all on mute, so couldn't hear them, but
They're
I
all
assume
texting
they
each
were
other
all-
like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, roommates-in-law again. This fucking kid does not shut up.
oh, man. No, some of them are pumped about the series being back.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we got some fans there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Shout out to wherever Tom works.
Cameo.
I didn't know if
Shout
you
out.
wanted to say that.
Oh, yeah, you can say it. I think. I don't know.
People like, see, these guys are friends and he has no idea what Tom does
Yeah.
for most of his time.
Uh,
Good friend, Tim.
Yeah. All right. So now we're cooking.
Yeah, we got something going now, Tom.
We're absolutely riffing. Okay. So this is. I guess should we say how we met? Should we share with the folks?
God, I hate
Origin-
phrasing it that way. Yeah. The young
it was
man.
romantic. Don't hate that we were phrasing it that way. It's cute.
No, when you said the folks.
Oh, you hate folks.
No, I
Yeah.
like folks. I don't like the assumption that people are actually going to listen to this right out of the gate.
There are thousands of people that will listen right
Okay.
away.
No, you're right.
Maybe hundreds
You're right.
of
totally.
thousands. Yeah. Where did we met? At,
It was
2018, 19.
So Rob show.
Spear Miscuous, the Love Below show. Yeah, I was very excited about it.
You were
you didn't
freshly
you
shaved
didn't give
boy.
a shit.
Freshly shaved.
Freshly shaved, wearing a button up, fresh off a day of selling recruiting software at LinkedIn, and boy, was I excited to do 6 minutes. Of that 6 minute set that I did that night, I think 4 minutes was a Spice Girls joke. It was like, how crazy are the lyrics of Spice Girls?
I was in the
song
back of the
Wanna
room
Be?
like, I fucking hate this guy so much.
Yep, absolutely. And afterwards, I came out, I'm like, fun show, huh?
Yeah, it's great. Wasn't that awesome? I was like, oh boy. Here
I
we
brought
go.
25 people
And this was Tom when he was 24, so he looked 16.
max. Yeah.
Max, he was a little chubbier. He just looked like a literal kid
Oh yeah.
with a big smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
And I was meeting everyone, shaking
oh,
hands.
big handshaker. I don't know. I was being a dick that night for no reason.
I just remember thinking like, man, that guy is like you're gonna hate this.
Let's
I'm like that guy
cut
is
this out already, James.
I was like, that guy is a veteran. Like he is.
This guy's been it.
Well, cause like just I could tell, but I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Tommy, and you were like, great. Like I don't even know if you said your name.
Just
Like
cool guy
you did
move.
not care about meeting new people. I was like, damn. All right, we gotta relax a little bit.
What a baller move by the 4-year comic, Tim Smith. What a loser move. Just be nice,
yeah,
Tim.
no, yeah.
I get accused of being an asshole too often
Mm-hmm.
for me to feel comfortable about it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
You're
an
not
asshole.
though. You're not.
We've been over this. 90% I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, it's that 10% though.
It's not a cute
You
look.
fill up the other 90%. I mean, you really make the most out of that 10%.
I am. It was happening again the other night, and I was like, this is something I should probably address.
Yeah.
Like with
but-
you know what I mean? It's like, it might be mirror time.
Nah, I was there for that. That was harmless.
Right? See,
Yeah,
that's what
that
I.
was
Okay.
fine. I don't know. People will get on board.
Innocent enough joke.
Yeah, you're
don't know.
fine. But that's how we met, and then we were not friends for a couple years.
Couple of years?
I mean, like probably we were not really friends until like the pandemic, like friends, because we didn't do a ton of shows together.
That's true.
We weren't overlapping a ton, but then we kind of ended up in the same quarantine friend group.
True.
You know, when everyone said they were on lockdown, but we were doing poker nights and shit.
Tom.
Yeah.
Dude. What? Tom.
And we kept it in a pod.
No, it was
I lived with
we
5
did
people.
the then we were in the little group chat.
Yeah, a little group chat. We became friends. I don't even know if you were on board with me then.
I was not.
Great.
Remember, because we were in the bottom of our buddy's place,
Mhm.
and sweet Jeff Asmus was
Yeah.
like, "Let's toss Tommy in the pit." I was like, "No."
Yeah, let's get Tommy in the group chat and really bring him in. Jeff Asmus is just a nice guy. And you were like, no, what are we doing?
do
And it
love
took
Jeff.
like 2 months after that for you guys to really bring me around. So thank you for delaying that.
But then we did the quarantine
Just trying to
head.
make
We did a
friends.
little
Jesus
just
Christ.
genuinely being a nice person.
What was that about you being nice 90% of the time?
It is 90.
That was in the 10.
That was 10. I've done the research. It is 90% nice, or pleasant. We'll say pleasant.
All right, yeah.
And then we did the acting class
Acting class with
in the
at the acting
that was
studios,
basically
Zoom thing.
a how-to and getting into Marvel movies instantly, which
Yes.
we loved.
For anyone that hasn't taken an acting class over Zoom, I highly recommend it.
It's just experience alone. Just experience some of the craziest people you can ever imagine taking an online acting class.
We got Maria. Oh, are we? Yeah, she's not gonna
Shit,
listen.
there's 0% chance.
I'm like, oh no.
Oh shit. That's gonna be a call for sure. Sorry, James.
Yeah, we're probably in some legal shit there, but yeah, we saw her grandma in the background of several classes.
Yep. She said at the beginning, she's like, my grandmother has dementia, and I kind of have to live with her because I can't do this at my own home because, like, my kids and my husband drive me literally, and, like, her eyes got big, and, like, you could see, like the hate coming out, and she was like, I can't be around my family.
Yeah, and then our teacher had to be like, okay, well, we're gonna do this fake audition for Chicago Med now. So thanks for bringing that emotion to the scene.
And her grandma's just pittering around in the background. She had to get up and kick her out of the room
I'm in
several
class.
times. But
Yeah.
truly the best part, the only takeaway from that acting class was that dude the first day being like, so how can I audition for a Marvel movie?
It's like, how would I? It's like, I know you probably haven't thought about this, teacher and professional actor, but how would I?
How would I get my
audition
mitts
for-
on one of those? And God bless this teacher. Like, he has to, like, keep an upbeat, positive attitude about it. He can't be like, are you out of your mind?
He's like, you do the work
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he would always say. You do the work first. I'm like, get to a Marvel movie? Great. We'll start now. So that's why we started Roommates in Law, because one day we'll be in Marvel movies. And
That's
we'll
true.
Be like, whoa,
That's true.
it was started then.
There's a lot of legitimate actors that started at 32 years of age.
I am not 32.
Tom.
There it is.
Tom.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim is not old, but
Looks old.
looks old. So
People are always I got brought up on stage the other night as a veteran in the comedy game.
I mean, this dude's been around. He's a veteran of the game.
I've been doing it less time than the host.
Yeah.
It said that.
It made it sound like you were there at the start.
Well, I think people started looking around. They're like, "Ooh, who is this going to be?" And then I walked on stage and I'm like, "Well, I don't know who he is at all."
They're like, I think Seinfeld's dropping in.
He made it sound like somebody was walking up to the stage, and it was just me.
A veteran in the game is never going to be taken as a compliment.
No, this next guy is really nice. Give it up.
This next guy, a lot of people have put him on shows as a favor in the past.
We're all very confused by it, but get it up.
That was great.
So that was a great way to start a set.
Yeah. You did. I saw you push it down.
It was coming out.
I was like, "Uh-oh, Tim."
There was evil
Yeah.
lurking the
like-
whole time,
Yeah.
but it didn't
Yeah.
come out.
It didn't come out. That
I
was
was-
killer.
Also, the host is the nicest, coolest dude. So.
Yeah, he is very nice. So that was the acting class. Then we started Roommates-in-Law. So Roommates-in-Law is coming back
Season 2.
tomorrow.
Season 2.
Or if this comes out on Thursday, it will have come out for 2 days. And I assume our lives will have drastically changed by the time this comes out.
Well, Tom, that's a pretty safe assumption.
Yes.
I mean, this first one coming out is heat.
It is heat. Yeah, we got some great folks.
Well, wait,
in it.
we need to go back and try to make some of those old ones that we wrote. Some of that fire we wrote the first time.
Oh my God.
James, maybe we should just send James a couple.
We should
Okay.
actually, some of the old ones.
so
Yeah.
you can just see.
I can't wait.
And let me tell you something. We were having a great time. We were like, this
Yeah.
shit is so funny.
I would go over to Tim's house. We would drink for about 8 hours while trying to write.
Tight.
And we would find one line that would make each other laugh and then write a whole sketch around it.
Whole sketches in parentheses.
What was the first line from the Brothers one about my mom? I'm like,
Oh, I don't know, but it was something that like it was something that took 11 screwdrivers to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then we laughed and we're like, well, we got it.
Yeah.
This is
Let's
it right
write
here.
7 more just like this and try to film all of them in one day. And then we filmed half of one of them
Yeah.
the first day and never put any of. We put one out from that day.
Yeah, Lizzie, my fiance, in real life,
Yeah.
she was like, "So, what are y'all doing?" I was like, "Oh, we're gonna try to knock out like 9 or 10 today." She's like, "I bet you do 1."
And she nailed it.
And she knows nothing about film or production. Or I think she just saw our writing process and was like, "There's no way they're knocking this out in
Yeah.
any time frame that makes sense."
And we spent about 10 to 12 hours
Yeah,
filming.
and we got 1.5 done,
But
and we
that first
wasted
one
a
was
lot
fun.
of
It was good.
Sabine's time.
Mm-hmm. Sabine Sadiq, I'm sorry.
So sorry about that.
We had you shoot a whole sketch that wasn't funny at all.
It was based around me holding a bowl of cereal.
That was the whole joke.
That was pretty much the whole thing. I was just
and
taking
funny pajama pants.
funny jammer pants and taking big bites of Fruity Pebbles. And we finished filming that one and we're like, this sucks.
Oh man, Tim ate a whole box of Trick cereal.
I
in
can't
about
even-
an hour.
I can't even make eye contact with that cereal box anymore.
That was horrible, and I lost the footage from that one too, which I'm kind of sad about.
Oh,
I
that's a
know.
keeper at
Yeah,
least.
I deleted it. I just wanted the footage of me going one more big bite, Tim, please, one more big
And
bite.
I'm like, I'm doing like a big breathe before. I was like, okay, let's roll, Tom.
yeah. Do it.
Sabine's just kind of standing there, like, kind of grossed out. She's just watching me, like, mid-pandemic. I was like, fat,
Huge beard.
just big beard, just housing Fruity Pebbles. She's like, she drove in from the suburbs.
I know.
That was-
The only reason I remember that is because when you were making small talk,
Oh, I nailed that small talk.
Tim's trying to make small talk with Sabine. They haven't seen each other in a year, probably.
A long time. I don't talk to attractive women alone often.
Never.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, so where you live?
She's like Elgin or something.
Yeah, she said some suburb. I was like, I don't know where that is.
I'm in the bathroom. I can just hear it. I'm like, Jesus, Tim is
I was literally like,
drowning
where the
out there.
fuck is Tom? Is he taking a shit in there? Get out of here, dude. I'm
I'm
bombing.
dying. Oh my God, Tim's like wiping sweat from his forehead.
Dude, I was like, holy shit.
That was.
If Lizzie
really-
gets rid of me, I am in a world
Oh,
of
yeah.
hurt. Because that was me having a normal conversation.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, you have my favorite story of you not being able to talk to women is the Old Town Ale House.
Oh,
When
Jesus.
yeah, one time Tim was well, we were out after just a zany show or something. We were
Mhm.
just at Ale House. You were in line at the ATM, right? And there was a girl that started hitting on you.
No, there was a girl that was like somewhere with some of the dudes that we were with.
Yes.
And then I was going to get money, and she's like, I'll come with. And I was like, all right.
But the ATM inside Ale House was broken.
It was broken.
So
I
you
had to go to Walgreens
Walgreens.
across the street. And she's just kind of beep-bopping right next to me. I'm like, who is this bitch? Like, what do you want from me? And
She's just India.
yeah, she's just having like trying to be
Yeah.
like funny and nice and just kind of
Yeah.
talking. And I'm like, I don't understand what this girl's doing. So we get to the ATM and I'm like punching in my thing and like she comes like playfully bumping up to me and like, oh, let me see your pin. I was like, get the fuck away. Stop trying to see my pin. It's like my secret code for money. And she kind of looked at me like, okay. And like, that's not exactly what I did, but I know for a fact I was like, whoa, back off.
Well, dude, she came back to Ale House because she came back without you.
Yeah, I bailed.
And she comes in and she goes, oh, what happened to Tim? And she goes, he ran away.
What the fuck?
Dude,
I
she
texted
started getting her money out of the ATM, and while she was doing it, I called an Uber and then just bailed.
Fuck yeah.
She said you ran.
I didn't run
I'm
away.
picturing you running out
Let's
of the Walgreens.
actually running's way more fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm sprinting down the street because my Uber got the address wrong. He's like 8 blocks out.
You're like, start the car, start the
I'm
car.
hauling as I got into it as it was moving.
Yeah.
It's like go go go. But I got the fuck out of that. I'm texting Tom. I'm like, dude, be careful with that one. She's trying to rob me.
Yeah, she gets back. She's like, I don't know. He ran away. And I go, oh, I'm texting him now. Yeah, he's pretty convinced you were robbing him. She was like, what the hell? She's like, I'm fine.
Looking back
She's a
on it, she was
small
just being
girl.
like playful and nice.
She was literally hitting on you.
And I was like, this chick's trying to rob me.
Yeah.
100%. That was
That was incredible.
a tough realization.
That was really
When Tom was
fun.
like, you absolute asshole idiot.
I was like, you're just not even close, but sure. The next day you were like, I think she might have been, though.
I still kind of do. I still think there was some part of her that was like, maybe I could get my fucking.
Like, maybe she was into it, but also she's like, maybe I'll just rob him.
Yeah, she's like,
instead.
there's multiple options
Yeah.
here.
She's like, well, I guess if he has a girlfriend, I'll just rob him.
I'm just. That's, I mean, I don't know. The logic is still pretty sound
That was great.
for me. I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know
I mean,
how we
we
got
all
there.
can't be a sweet, young, innocent, hot dude out here being single in Chicago, Tom.
Dude,
Some of us have to do.
I'm so
the
I'm
work, dude.
I'm bad at it though. Like not to be, I don't feel bad for me. I like the my favorite is when I have to like describe like one time I was at a birthday party like a month ago and I was with this talking to this girl and she's like I'm like yeah I gotta call it an early night actually and they think the comedy stuff is cool but she's like what do you have tomorrow I'm like I'm filming a web series at 9:30.
There's no way to say that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and she's like, oh, who's it for? I'm like, us,
It's us.
me.
It's kind of a passion project.
Yeah, because like if you get,
She's like, wait. You don't want to fuck me because you have to shoot a sketch with your buddy?
yeah, I was like, yeah, that's exactly
And
it.
it's like, yeah, I gotta be fresh.
Thanks for saying it. Honestly, that's
We're like, well, yeah, we're doing a bathroom argument, so those are pretty
yeah,
labor
those ones
intensive.
kind of hit. Plus, they're great for TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it on there, but it's so brutal because I just saw her be like, I saw her respect for me just plummet.
Yeah.
Just like, and then she had to like, she like told her friends.
Did she try
Because
to?
her friends are like, "What's going on?" You know?
Are you and Tommy gonna fuck?
Yeah.
She's like, well, that is a tough explanation on her part.
Oh yeah, it's maybe
So
worse
what
for
happened?
her.
Him and his buddy are shooting, and they're like, oh, is like another young hot actor. And you're like, well, he's a bit older.
I mean, I described you to her as.
It's
not-
basically my grandpa's friend.
Yeah, I was like, you're not under 60 for sure. I would say north of 60. And she's like, is there like a crew there? Like a, are there other people? I'm
We
like,
wear multiple hats.
no, we set our own schedule also.
I do like the idea of talking to people like all of the time, as then they're very familiar with roommates-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. We got to shoot tomorrow.
And they're like, well, of course you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, this is CBS.
Yeah. God damn it, Tom. That even Lizzie, I'm like, all right, I'm out. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, going to shoot with Tom. She's like, what are you shooting? Like,
Yeah.
roommates-in-law.
Come on. Liz. Come on, Liz.
You're like our biggest fan.
Liz, you like one of the longest lasting fans. Probably our first
She's our
fan.
first.
Yeah.
We wrote him with her sitting right there at the computer.
Yeah. Well, we wrote something.
We did write something.
That was rough. Yeah, I don't know. Being single is it's really shitty. But I think the season 2 of Roommates-in-Law is really going to change that.
I mean, season 1, I'm surprised didn't.
Yeah, well, I would say it got the wheels greased.
People were kind of like, I mean, if he does season 2, maybe we can talk.
Yeah, then we know he's serious about these Sunday morning shoots. Now it's more of a, but that's what I was gonna say. It is funny, like Roommates-in-Law has probably done more. I've got more attention for that than any show I've ever done, any stand-up show I've ever done.
Sure.
Of course, bailing on something to be like, yeah, I gotta go, I got a show at this club tonight or whatever. That always looks cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but this doesn't, which.
And they're like, what club is that? And you're like, it's actually the Stretch open mic.
Yeah. Well, they do a monthly showcase, actually.
So, I mean, it's pretty much a club.
Yeah. They're turning
Yeah, you're like,
into one.
I got a show at a club. Like, oh my God, can I come? You're like, don't.
No, please
absolutely
don't.
not.
No, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, they sold out months and months ago.
Yeah.
Fucking damn it. You're absolutely dominating this
What's
desk.
going on over there?
Well, I'm trying to get comfy, and I'm just.
Those wonderful chairs aren't good enough for you.
Yeah, these are pretty great.
No, I love the chairs. I'm just these armrests are just.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's all dog shit. I was just fucking with you. I need to get new shit.
No,
There's that 10%.
First
God
episode. God damn it. You're
10%.
turning a producer against us.
How's it working with Tim and Tom? Well, Tim doesn't like the fucking furniture. I'll tell you that.
I guess that's.
Very critical.
I'll
of the
buy you your
armrests.
own chair, Tim.
Well, I gotta. This is pretty sad. So my back is hurting.
No.
Me and Tom decided
Oh,
to go
yeah.
shoot some hoops. 2 days ago, we shot for what, max
20 minutes.
20 minutes. I made an appointment with an orthopedic surgeon today, and Tom
I
blew
have
his shoulder out of socket.
I tried to grab the rim. I thought I was looking pretty sick because there were guys playing on the court next to us, and I was like, I just want to let them know.
That was such a wild move. By the way, I saw you do that. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, just grabbed the rim, yanked the shoulder out of socket. Oh yeah, it came right out.
To be fair, the game that was being played on the other court did stop, and they were all like, "Oh shit, that dude just grabbed the rim."
Yeah, they were like, did the backboard break? We should check on that. And I went down. I fell too.
Yeah, it wasn't a cute look.
No,
and then
it
I
was-
kind of scoffed and grabbed the ball and threw up about 11 air balls in a row.
Also, Tim is in jeans and slides, and
What the
somebody
fuck?
and somebody asked us if we wanted to play.
Like, hey, you guys want to run? I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm dying to run with my Adidas sandals on.
God,
And then they were like, oh, that's right. Yeah, you got sandals on. You probably can't run.
I think we would have taken them anyways.
If they'd have played 3-on-3, I'd have done it.
In slides and jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That'd
That would
been
have
fun.
ended with some ripped jeans.
Ripped jeans,
You're
a
hurt.
ripped ACL. It would have been a tough look.
Oh God.
Not as, at least they'd been playing. People are going to ask about your shoulder, and you're like, just grab the rim.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I dunked.
I don't know. I was just
for sure.
I was just letting some 13-year-olds know.
It was just a putback alley oop, actually, but yeah.
Because the kids on the other court were between 9 and 13.
And I was showing off.
And Tom decided to grab the rim.
I was like, God, they all think I'm past my prime. They all are thinking it.
Think again,
Yeah.
dude. I may have showed up with my dad, but I can still jump. Dude, so James, you'll like this. We're in Skyline.
Yeah, in Appleton, Wisconsin.
In Appleton. And Tom's hitting the feature button out there. Or were you hosting?
I was featuring.
You're-
Thanks,
okay,
thanks
yeah,
for
yeah.
questioning it.
Well, I didn't. Oh no, that's never
I
mind.
think it was my
That's-
first time I've ever featured. So yeah.
Tom's featuring out there,
Yeah.
but we have to get one of these things shot and done to be out like in some sort of
And we had a hotel
timely
idea.
manner. And we had a hotel idea, and we're so I'm like, all right, I'm going with Tom
Mm-hmm.
to this to Appleton. We're gonna shoot it in the hotel. Blah 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 blah. We get to the hotel, and I mean it's like kind of swarming with people. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the middle of winter, and it's a hockey camp tournament,
Youth hockey tournament.
youth hockey tournament.
Okay.
So it is like a bunch of dads with their kids.
It's all dads and sons.
And Tom and I are checking in. She's like, "Are y'all here for the hockey tournament?"
I go, what tournament? And Tim, without skipping a beat, goes, Tom, she thinks I'm your dad.
And she backtracked so
She's like,
quickly.
no. I
She's like,
wasn't.
no. You don't look a day over 53.
I thought it was like a young, like you had him young. You know,
Like, just stop, lady.
it was like a mistake, sophomore year of high school or something. That was so funny.
Her
and
face was
also-
kind of amazing.
I was just smiling.
Her face was kind of
I'm surprised that hasn't happened to you guys more.
Mm.
James,
Well,
shut
that
the
hurts.
fuck up,
Yeah.
James.
I
Please no, James.
I think it's.
I'm gonna push that every time I'm with you guys.
Oh, absolutely. If I shave, we can pull it off.
Yeah. Just hanging with my boy and his son. You know,
It's really cool. He brings his son around.
catching a show.
It would be kind of funny to see because I don't know if a lot of people would instantly be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
See how long they hang on to it, and they're like trying to figure out the dynamic the whole time. Like,
They're
it's like the
kinda-
coolest dad I've ever met.
Yeah, they're kind of close.
Yeah. They don't talk like their father and son. This is a great relationship.
Finally, like a healthy father-son relationship in one of our lives.
Finally. Yeah, I'm like, Tom, you remember that chick tried to rob me at CVS? You're like, Dad, she was trying to fuck you, dude.
Oh man,
That was,
how did we get there?
I don't know. There's the lull we were trying
Yeah.
to avoid forever.
Well, we're 30 in. There we go.
30
We
in?
called it. We said at 30 we'd be like, how
What
often
else?
do we do 30
Yeah.
minute podcasts? No, I got stuff. Let's see. What I wrote down one thing, I think.
What you got, Tom?
Oh yeah, this is cute. It's just fun.
Okay.
On the way to Michigan, I saw on Friday, I saw these guys sitting on we take like a Waze side road. Like basically a dirt road.
Sure.
County road, whatever.
Yeehaw.
Saw these guys sitting out in their front yard with a "You honk, we drink" sign.
Sure.
Not raising money for anything. Not there's
just
no
classic
it's
bros.
not a charity thing, not a awareness. It's just like it's in the middle of bumfuck Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I was like, "Damn, that's just their Friday." We slowed down. Me and Vic just honked a bunch of times. They had a great time.
How old are
Cheers.
these people?
Oh, that was the sad part. They're probably
Don't say
40,
it. Oh, so
40 plus.
I thought I was about to get dunked on right there.
Yeah, Mike.
I was
they
waiting
were
for.
older than
They're
you,
about
dude.
your age.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that one. Oh, my
Uh,
butthole tensed up on that one.
yeah.
Wait, did you mean to go to Michigan this time, or were you driving me to Nashville and going 4 hours in the wrong direction?
Dude, that was a fun visit to Michigan. Tim is referring to when me and him were going to Nashville, and I drove 2.5 hours into Michigan, which is the opposite direction of Nashville.
We just started seeing a bunch of Michigan license plates, and we were like, wait.
Dude,
a
we, like, riffed on it a
minute.
couple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, we're like, these Michigan license plates suck. And it took about another 30 minutes for us to be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I think we're in Michigan.
We passed a Pure Michigan billboard.
And we're
And
like, oh,
talked
sick.
about it.
Yeah. And just kept cruising.
And I was like, who does the commercials for that again? Isn't it like Tim Allen or something? There's a famous person who does the Pure
That
Michigan
does the Pure
ones.
Michigan.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
I think it might be
familiar
Tim.
with Pure
We
Michigan
talked about
marketing.
this, and then an hour later, we're like, I go, where are we? Just look at our map, and I go, our ETA to Nashville just went up by 3 hours.
Yeah, there's signs outside like, guys, seriously, you're in Michigan. Please
Right.
pay attention. You're going the wrong way.
That was a tough one to
That was.
text to the booker. Hey,
We're gonna be there literally right on time.
we left well in advance.
We got there, and I think you walked directly on stage.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. That was, I mean, yeah, not a great weekend of comedy.
The first night
that
was
when
more.
David Spade bumped us, too, so,
Appreciate that, D Spade.
yeah, he'll listen.
I don't know. His manager was apologetic, which was
On
cool.
him it was.
Yeah, I don't know. The first night was kind of fun. The second night, I absolutely.
Oh, it's a boxing match down there in
Just
Nashville.
ate
They're
my
just
dick
they're
and balls.
partying. They're drunk all day, and then they come. They're like, well, there's 2 Chicago comedians in town. Let's go check them out. And they got young Tom trying his best in a room of hammered people.
Hammered people, and then kind of an upset Tim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was-
We got a 10% Tim.
Yeah,
there.
I don't think I was being charming on
Uh-uh.
stage.
No, but that was
And then I get off. I'm like, "Hey Tom, how was that?" And Tom was like, "Let's grab a drink, dude."
I was like, yeah, let's talk about that one later. Maybe on the drive back to Michigan.
Yeah,
Well, it was a good time.
we tried our best, Tom. What can we do?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What else? What else is going on? I got elbow bumped today. Freaked out.
What does that mean?
People are still doing this
As for a hello?
instead of a nux.
What?
Yeah.
No, it's over.
It's also it's like yeah, it's if we're not wearing masks, but you elbow bump me. What is your logic there?
I don't think there's any logic
Yeah.
at the elbow bump to begin with.
It took everything I had not to freak out.
Where were you elbow bumping?
This is a no. This was yesterday. This is a former improv person.
And do they do the thing with the elbow bump where they're like, "Hey"?
Yeah, it's
They
like
give you that
it's,
face,
it's
like,
like
"Hey, let's try to avoid each other but still touch."
It's the pre-communication thing that, like, yeah, I'm gonna lead with it,
They
and I'm
always
like,
give you that face.
I'm like, you're not better than me.
But you leaned in and gave the bump and didn't say a word, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you went,
no,
"Great
no.
to see you, dude."
I was like, damn, I'm gonna talk so much shit about you later.
All right, so that dude and Maria are already on our.
Mm-hmm.
We already fucked up with them.
Yep. Yeah.
What's his name? Say his first and last name.
I can't. Still see him.
What was this, an
And
improv
honestly,
show?
yeah, the improv community is the most supportive community out there. If anyone's gonna listen to this podcast, it's gonna be them.
It was. I did one improv show, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this is gonna suck so bad."
Why'd
I don't
you do
know
it?
any of these people. They just needed comedians to open before a show.
Oh, you did stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just they
I thought
they
you
laughed
got
at,
thrown.
they laughed at everything.
Oh yeah, you'll destroy in those crowds. I mean, it's a crowd that came to see improv.
Yeah, but it was
So they're-
kind of like
They're open minded.
yeah. But
They're
you want to
willing
be
to
like
laugh.
real life's only, please.
Yeah. You're like, don't
That's
come on.
I mean,
let's make
you're
me
really
earn
hamming
this.
it up here in the back of Finley Duns.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, I think the best gig in Chicago is like opening for the Annoyance improv teams.
Yeah.
You get to do like 10 to 15 in front of a full room that is excited to see improv for an hour.
Yep. And they'll give you a bunch of time too, because like improv's long. So like, yeah, dude, I don't know. What do you want to do? 25? Like, what?
Yeah, it's less time we have to do.
Sure.
Yeah,
That
it
was
rips. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say you did improv one time. I can't picture you up there.
Dude, I can yes and with the best of them.
You can riff, yeah. But like, what if someone places you as like a bench or like a?
Does that happen?
Sometimes
What do you mean someone places
no.
you as a bench?
they'll be like, you can call stuff out. You can be like,
So I can just point to you and be like, bench.
well, there's
And
a
you're just a
certain
bench now?
there's a certain kind of improv where you set the scene first. So you run out there and you go, there's a river right here, and there's a tree right here, and you can kind of pimp people out. You're like,
Incredible.
and this tree is, has a sassy personality or whatever, and you can put them there. But, I mean, but usually you don't do shit like that, but you can really pimp people out.
So theoretically, you could start improv and just like set a scene and everyone's just kind of standing there and then you can do whatever you want the whole thing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But you have to know that they're living in it too, so they can change.
Oh, they
It's
can.
very give and take. It's like
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't think I'm a good team player, Tom? Is that what you're trying to?
I don't know, dude. All I'm saying is I dunked yesterday and you were not very supportive of it. So
You grabbed the rim
I
and you
grabbed the
blew
rim,
your shoulder
and
out.
you laughed. And you laughed while you were jogging in your slides and jeans, hurting your back. So
My back hurts really bad.
yeah, you're over there like, ugh, what an idiot over there.
What? It always. You start doing all these douchey things when you're shooting.
Oh yeah.
Like when you miss one really bad, you're just like, yeah.
Do this a couple times.
I don't know what that was, dude. And you're only saying it for everyone else's benefit.
Oh yeah.
Just
But
for
they
like the
don't
random
actually
guy
care.
that showed up. They don't give a shit.
No.
They're all 42 as well.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's probably why I grabbed the room, was to impress those dudes putting on their shoes.
Yeah,
over
they
on
came
the
up.
side.
They're ready to hoop, and you
Yeah, a
wanted
couple
to.
of them had braces and stuff. Not
I was like, no, they
not
did
teeth
not.
braces,
Yeah.
like knee braces.
Those are the kids across the
Yeah.
court.
And I was like, damn, these guys can hoop. I'm gonna.
Well, they were kind of eyeballing us. I remember that
Mhm.
when they walked up. They were saying, fucking losers on the court.
I think they just wanted the court though.
Probably.
And we're
yeah.
like, damn, they're scouting our athletic ability.
That's exactly what they were doing. And then Tom said, let me grab a little rim.
Mm-hmm.
Set the tone.
You know, Tim's off chasing down his air ball. I'm gonna grab the rim.
I was like deep into the woods at one point.
Yeah.
I think I got poison ivy trying to find a ball.
Oh, now we're
Tom's
talking.
back on the court dunking a tennis ball, just letting everybody know.
Yeah.
I'm literally getting mauled by a bear.
Some guys, are just like, can I have my ball back, please?
My buddy's gonna be right back. He's like 200 yards into that brush right there.
He's a veteran of the game, so
He's a veteran
some
of the
time.
game.
oh
God, I'm
man.
never gonna not think about veteran of the game.
No, I'm bringing you up everywhere as a veteran of the game.
Oh, all the
might
places
change,
we do together.
change the roommates-in-law intro instead of.
I
my
did. I got on
brother.
stage and I was like, veteran of the game.
Yeah, and you followed him into the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but that was all. That was
That
all.
was all
That was
fun,
all fun and
For
games.
sure. Yeah.
Kinda.
Kinda. Yeah. I don't know. What else is going on, Timmy?
I mean,
Season 2 dropping tomorrow.
this is what we feared.
You guys. Yeah.
This is our
the
greatest
lull.
nightmare.
This is the lull.
Season 2, feeling good about it. We got some heaters in the tank, I think.
If this comes out this week, if this episode does, then we will have just dropped Laugh Track, which is very fun. It's got some fun people in it. I still haven't even finished it, so
Good. That's
you
good
haven't
to
seen
know.
it yet. See, here's how
So-
my brain works.
So I'll get a version of it at 3 a.m. tonight.
Yeah, if I'm ahead of schedule for sure.
Great news.
Yeah, might be 5. Here's how my brain works: is I've had about 90% of it done for 2 months now.
Sure.
I cannot finish it without a deadline. That's Mikey. Whatever. I've 5 episodes probably are so close to being done.
You know what? I believe you 100% because anytime you come pick me up for anything, you're like, I'll be there at 10:30, and then you're there at 11:45.
No, it's not that. It's always 10 to 15.
It's much more than that. But
no, today was 3 minutes late.
no, I was gonna say today you were right on time because we had to be here,
Yes,
It was a
yeah,
hard
real
number.
deadline. I yeah.
and you showed up right on. I was like, I
Mhm.
can't believe this shit. I got a text right on time. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I get a text 5 minutes after you're supposed to be there, and you're like,
Yeah, because I'm like, Tim won't
Just
even
got
be
out of the
mad
shower.
if I'm late.
I'm also in the shower getting that text like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God.
I know. I was gonna say, I'm like, I feel like you're not ever standing outside.
Why? I know I'm not a stand outside. What? Like I'm waiting for the bus.
You know what my dad used to tell me
Tom.
when I was a kid? That would piss him off more than anything is if he would pick me up somewhere and I wasn't waiting outside.
Really?
Because also like we didn't have cell phones, so then it's like
that's fair.
you
though.
really just wait
That's fair.
until like if he was picking me up from school, I usually walked, but if he for some reason we were going somewhere, and if I wasn't standing outside, he would get so annoyed because his dad made him bring a tennis ball everywhere he went, and he was like, he's like, just throw a tennis ball against the wall. If like whenever you're waiting to get picked up, just find a wall, throw it to entertain yourself. That was the whole lesson. It's just like keep yourself busy.
Sure.
So my dad and I never picked up on it. I was like, no, I don't really.
I do like your grandpa being like, I'm gonna be late a lot.
Yeah.
Here's a tennis ball.
Yeah, you might be
You're gonna
waiting
be-
for hours.
You're gonna be throwing this against the wall quite a bit.
My dad was a decent baseball player.
Dude, my first day of 6th grade in New York at this new school, new kid,
In New York, so where had you just moved from?
Ohio, Cincinnati.
Jeez, Jesus.
And my first day at this school. School lets out. I'm outside there waiting for my mom.
Oh, no.
20 minutes goes by. I'm waiting for my mom.
New kid.
40 minutes goes by. No mom. Hour and a half goes by, no mom. She forgot what time school let out.
What?
Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Teachers are gone. Kids are gone. Buses are gone. Like the assistant principal came up and she's like, "Does someone love you? Like, does anyone love you? Is somebody coming to get you?"
Wait,
I was like, "I think she should be here anymore." And like 10 minutes later, you see her fucking car like peeling down the street. Because I guess they called her and they're like,
For
"Hey, your
sure.
kid's outside crying."
Yeah. Your kid is sitting on the curb.
She comes
Screaming
in
about
hauling ass,
Cincinnati.
dude. I wish I'd have had a tennis ball for
What,
sure.
she forgot what time. What was it? Different in Ohio?
I don't know what was going on, Tom.
You
I was
shared a
just
lot.
so happy to.
She's moving into a new house.
Yeah, she. I guess she did have a lot going on. You would think her kid would be in that mix.
Yeah, but
She's like, I mean, I got to get this fucking dining room set up.
she's like, Tim
Oh
made
shit,
friends.
Tim. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim. That little.
What's he up to?
She's like, hey, he's kind of a 10% asshole. He can wait.
Yeah, this will be. Damn. Which move was worse? That Cincinnati to New York in 6th grade, or New York to Louisiana in high school or 8th grade?
8th grade. Well, Louisiana was kind of more exciting because all of my family was there. I was going to go to school with with cousins and shit like that. So that was more exciting. Going to New York just sucked.
What? It wasn't. It was Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oof is correct.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Is that
It's
like,
funny because I only lived there for a year and a half. And everybody I tell it to that's from upstate, like, oh, you from upstate? Hey, I lived in Rochester. They all are just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know why I go like to like Rockford is what I associate that with. It's not as bad, right?
I was there in 6th grade. I don't know.
Sure. I don't know. You weren't like, are they torn apart by meth?
I was like, I don't know if I like the demographics of this neighborhood. I have no idea.
All right.
I was just like shooting around in the gym. Do you know what I mean? Getting beat up from time to time.
Yeah. You got beat up in middle school?
I mean, I was a known shit talker.
But you got beat up for it?
Couple of times.
Oh man, I got out of fights.
You know, I'm just the little mouth was just a running.
Yeah.
And so there are some people in the world that are like, I don't like that.
Were you smaller than people?
Sure. I mean, I'm not a very large
Yeah.
fella.
But you're 6 feet.
I'm like 6'3", yeah.
No, you're not.
I mean, I'm like 6'3", 6'4", yeah.
6'3", 6'4", sitting down. Yeah, I can see you talking shit in middle school. I feel like there's like the were you a bully?
No.
I think I was a bully.
In what way?
I was
Weren't
so
you like
small.
4'11"?
Yeah, and I think I went like.
Oh, you went little man syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you
Was
hate
little
to see
Napoleon. Yeah. I think I did. Like looking back, like I'm like, oh, I think I hurt some people's feelings.
that. Like you were like Liz Lemon. You thought you were the loser, but you were the actual asshole of the whole thing.
Yeah. Ouch. Jesus. Yeah. Like, yeah. Now that I think about it, it wasn't egregious, but like I definitely got a little bit of the bullying like early on.
Because you were so tiny.
I was tiny. I was
James, if you didn't know, when Tom went into senior year of high school, he was like
5'3".
4'2".
5'3". But I was 4'11" before my sophomore year of high school, which is somehow worse.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I was a little baby boy.
Yeah.
Wait,
the
at
whole
what age and how
Puberty just
small?
wasn't happening.
When I hit 17, I think I started finally growing past like 5'3". So
Yeah.
senior
Wow,
year of
no
high school,
way.
I shot all the way up to 6.
That's same story. I think I went into senior year at 5'3". I graduated at like 5'7", and I grew like 3 inches between like summer of before college and like through freshman year.
Were
I
you-
grew as a freshman in college.
Did you ever have that looming fear that I'm just fucking stuck like this?
Oh
Like,
my god,
forever.
dude.
Yeah.
For 4 years. Well,
That
because
was me all of high school.
well, yeah, and my dad's whole thing was like he's like I was also a late bloomer. I
Yeah,
didn't go through puberty
same.
until my sophomore year of high school. So like 8th grade was when like I mean I had my first girlfriend literally outgrew me. I mean that is
She's like starting to get picked for teams over you.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
well,
she's like we started dating at the same height.
yeah.
And now I'm
Yeah,
looming
yeah.
over you.
Y'all take
so-
Tommy. What we're gonna do is we got Rebecca on this one.
Allie's playing in the post now. Tommy's still on the perimeter.
See,
so-
I feel like because my dad's 6'5",
Yeah.
And I had those thoughts too. I was like, any day now.
Oh yeah.
Any day now. It's gonna
My
get so
ticket's getting
sick.
punched.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
gonna be so sick for me.
You had that like the classic NBA tale of like he was like a guard, so
He
he
was
got very
small.
skilled, could dribble, and then he shot up.
to 6'6".
Now he's a tall guy that can dribble.
Kid was
you were gonna be Kevin
unstoppable.
Durant.
I was pretty much. That was what I was supposed. Every doctor I went to, they're like, "Have you heard of Kevin Durant?"
We put you on almost the exact same timeline as him. By 19, you'll be the number one overall pick in the draft.
It was so fucked, and then it just did not happen.
Wow.
Brutes, and it's not like my dad was like the freak of his. You know those like random. We're like, we
They
don't
were
know
all
where
big.
he got his height. Everyone is huge.
Just trees.
His whole side, they're all tall as shit.
Wow. Do they have aggressive pickup basketball games?
What do you mean?
My dad's side of the family, we get.
My dad's an only child.
Oh. So what?
His dad.
Oh,
all of his dad.
I was like, well, what was all that talk about all
his
these
uncles.
trees?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, those are actually his friends. No, they weren't related. They were guys he played basketball with. I mistook that for family.
Just because you called them Uncle Mike doesn't mean just college roommates. Oh yeah, that sucks. I mean, my dad, I did end up outgrowing him, so at least I have that over you.
See, like you're supposed to be able to get to a point where you can beat up your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I will
my
never
dad
have
might
that.
Still be able to, I don't know if I can beat him up, but I can beat him in basketball finally.
My dad got his knee replaced
65.
yesterday and would still put me in a coma. Like, truly. If me and my dad got into it, I would get the shit kicked out of me. And that's not how it's supposed to be.
Mm-mm. No.
You get bigger than your dad, then you're like, who's the man now, dude?
Yeah. Let's fight. We're
Look
in
what
Indiana,
happened.
dude.
Remember all that shit when I was a kid?
Yeah. Still mad about it.
Still pissed.
I bet you are too.
Remember when you moved us to Rochester, New York? Remember that?
Everyone I tell that to says oof. I think that was a good call, Dad.
To be fair, the first day we got there, my mom was like, absolutely not.
She just knew right away.
Yeah, she's
Well, and
like-
then your mom's side of the family is Louisiana, right?
Mhm.
So she was like,
She's like, we're going home.
I'm starting a timer
Yeah.
right now.
We're getting out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seems like Louisiana was the move.
Louisiana was great. That's where all my family was. That's where
Yeah.
it was good. It
Yeah.
was good.
I don't know how this. I started interviewing you about your childhood.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to tell you more, Tom,
All
about
right.
things you already know.
We haven't talked about all this that much. You joke about it on stage, so I'm like, I know that stuff. But
Oh, I know the ins and outs of
also,
that.
one time I told you to say that joke differently, and you did it for a weekend, and now you're back to saying it how you said it. So I'm kind of pissed about it.
What weekend?
I think I used to say. I think you used to say I moved from upstate New York.
To southern Louisiana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I always say
You told me
I
to say
said
just New
say
York.
New York so people think it's the city. Don't lie, but because that's liberal and the South isn't.
Well, I just like the
I know,
difference of
the-
upstate.
I know.
Southern.
I see why you don't do it. And I'm like, damn it, Tom, that was a bad idea. Every time I see you tell it now, I'm like,
Would you like a second opinion?
yes,
I like upstate
I know. I think I
and
do too.
southern.
Yeah.
Huge. Upstate New York,
It's
southern
The
Louisiana.
juxtaposition is nice.
Yeah.
and it works very well rhythmically.
Yeah.
And it's just like a
Man.
distance where they're like, oh,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. And hey, the joke. If the joke was bombing, I'd be like, hey, maybe rethink
Hey,
it.
maybe give it a shot, Tim.
Yeah, it's working.
Arrogant piece
Yeah.
of shit.
I'm like, hey, you know one of your strongest jokes? I got an idea of how
I
you
have
could
a
change it.
couple of thoughts on that.
I have a very meaningless change that you could make in it.
Yeah. What you should do is lie, actually. That was your big suggestion.
It's
Lie.
implied lying, okay?
So then you have to deal with people coming like, where'd you live in the city? I'm like, oh, about 900 miles north.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, nah, not even.
Because people are going to ask you questions. Oh, you
For
lived
sure.
in Manhattan? No,
Sure.
no, Rochester.
Yeah.
And then they're looking at you like, okay.
And then they probably would. And then we lose them. Then they're not watching roommates a lot. They're not listening to the pod.
Well,
You've
also
lost
the
a fan
oof is
for-
going to get way bigger.
Mm-hmm.
If they assume Manhattan and get Rochester. Rochester?
Yeah.
I said Manhattan and Rochester.
Rochester. Yes, Rochester, New York. It's
Rochester,
beautiful in
New
the
York.
fall.
Wait, do you mean Rochester?
Uh-uh.
No.
It's actually a suburb.
Rochester.
Yeah.
So yeah, a year and a half there, and then we fucking boot scoot and boogieed on down home.
I never moved as a kid, and as a kid, I was incredibly jealous of my friends that had moved, which makes no sense
No.
looking back. I'm like, I had a great childhood, and I was pissed about it.
Like I need a little more oomph for my art, Dad.
You know what? I think I wanted, like, you see people move in movies, and the kids that get to like claim a new bedroom. it seems so glorified.
Well, it's like this whole new stamp on their life where they're like,
and you always find like a secret passage in the house or something. That
Yeah.
probably doesn't happen in real life.
yeah, that's fiction, Tom.
You mean to tell me that Cheaper by the Dozen with Steve Martin is not based on a true story? Because that's the main movie that I watched as a kid.
It's just a lot of showing up to a school where everyone's already friends, and you're like, I'm Tim.
Tight.
Sup, everyone?
Damn. Yeah, I never had to do a new school.
New school's brutes.
I went to school with basically the same people my whole life.
Wow.
That's Catholic school, K through.
That's how it works. That's
Through
what I walked
graduation.
into in Louisiana. They'd all been there since first grade, kindergarten, and then here comes sweet Timmy Smith trying to make a friend. I made friends, but it was like
You had to.
very small school. You got to really,
You had to get in there.
yeah, work it
Awesome.
out a little bit.
Athletes though, like being able to play sports, that
They did help.
changed the game.
They're like, I mean, by the senior year, this guy might have averaged 11 points a game.
Just if you could imagine if you couldn't make a team.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't know where you'd make friends. You'd be a robotics guy.
Oh yeah. That
That's
was
where-
definitely the other path for me.
Mm-hmm. I would say so.
It's definitely
Brainiac.
robotics. I get that all the time. They're like, I find it odd that you do stand up because we all kind of had you pegged for a genius.
No, you would have been a theater kid, I think.
We didn't even have a theater, anything at the school I went to.
Oh,
It was
want to
like-
know an incredible story about?
Theater?
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
Boy, I really set the bar high for this.
You want to hear an absolutely incredible story
this-
about the
Will probably change your life. I would say, if I had to guess, this story will change the course of time. No, I did theater my whole life.
Sure.
Was a big theater kid in high school. I once sports wouldn't let me play anymore, and
Wait,
then-
your coach pulled you aside and was like, "Hey, look, Tom,
I mean, I got cut from
What about the-
hockey.
about the theater shit."
Oh no.
They're like, well, "You're 4'11", and we need you on this team."
No, Dude, I do remember, like after sophomore year varsity tryouts, the coach pulled me aside and he was like, "Hey, dude, like because my two best friends were about to make the team,
Yeah.
and we were the 3 stars of the freshman year. I was still
Yeah, you're fine.
my
freshman year.
my parents were both D1 athletes. My dad played soccer. I played soccer since I was 1. I was like I was the best until everyone grew.
Sure.
And then, so freshman year, I was still good. Sophomore year, tryouts. My two best friends, I know they're about to make. I know I'm not going to. And the coach suggested that I get in the gym a little bit. And I was like, hey, dude.
That doesn't help for
Yeah.
what I need.
I was like, I need to go through puberty.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. If I go to the gym, I'm lifting 5-pound weights. That's not doing that much.
That makes
I
no
remember
sense.
being
It's
so
like he might
pissed.
as why not tell you the truth? But like, Tommy, you're bite size.
Yeah. Hey, this is tough for
You needed the classic. I love the NBA story where they're like, this guy got cut from his sophomore year high school
Mm-hmm.
team. And he got into the gym and he worked hard and he really put in the effort and he also grew 11 inches that summer. And he came back as a 6'11" force of nature. It's like, well, he grew 11 inches.
That wasn't because he put
He
in
is
an
6'10"
extra hour.
now.
Yeah.
That's why he's good.
Yeah. Oh God. I think
He's
that's
like, he was also getting up 3-4 shots a day in the gym, but he is 6'10". And
averaging
he's a
18% from the
monster.
fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, theater. So I ended up in theater because of all that. And I go to college, and we're out, like, this is maybe my junior year. There's a girl from my high school who also went to college with me. And she
sounds hot.
and we had never, she's pretty cute. She recently got engaged.
Wait, so hold on. So that's a classic bit a buddy of mine used to do. Anytime you mention a girl in any sort of passing way, he'd just go, sounds hot.
Sounds really hot. That's a fun bit.
You're like, oh, it's like my friend Emily. Emily? Sounds hot.
Sounds hot.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No shit. Now I'm like, was Molly cute? She didn't really like. I never really saw her in college. And then junior year, randomly, our friend groups like started intersecting. And one night, like we're back, like after the bars, she has like a few of us back to their apartment. We're like drinking late night, and and one of my roommates goes, "So what was Tommy like in high school?" And without skipping a beat, she just goes, "He was kind of like a theater bitch."
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like no
Oh.
pause at all. I
What
was
is
like,
her name?
"What?" Molly.
Molly, write in. Call
Yeah,
in. Let's
Molly
hear about
Coleman. Coleman?
Let's hear about. Don't
Something
pretend you know her name. Let's get her to call in.
Yeah.
Tommy was a theater bitch.
Yeah, and my roommate and best friend at the time, Cooper.
Well, what does
he,
theater
he
bitch
still calls
even
me theater
mean?
bitch.
Oh,
I don't know what even she meant, but it was so
like you weren't like working
natural.
behind the scenes.
I was in all the shows.
Theater bitch.
It was incredible.
That hurts.
I mean, it was like one of the quickest, best deliveries I've ever seen in my life.
And she kind of has been thinking about that for a long time.
It was in the chamber, for sure.
yeah, like
she was ready.
I don't know if she riffed that. She was like, finally, I get to call him this.
Yeah, I was like, is there a group of you guys calling me that?
She was texting all her friends. She's like, I said it.
Yeah, I finally
I said it
called
right
him.
in front of him.
Yeah, I called him the theater bitch to his face. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Any big productions, Tom? Were you in anything large?
The one that I hated the most, looking back on, I should have loved was I was in Seussical, the musical. I was cast as Thing 2,
Sure.
which was a written-in part. It was not in the original script.
I'm sorry, you said Seussical the musical.
Mm-hmm.
What on earth?
Are you familiar with the works of Dr. Seuss?
Okay.
It's about it's Horton Hears the Who. Horton Hears a Who is the
Seussical
book that it's based
musical.
off.
Okay.
It's very good. It actually is a really fun musical, and I've been in it twice.
Okay, so your friend was 100% correct.
Yeah. I was a theater bitch.
Okay, there we go. Seussical.
It's a great show. What are you hoping to learn about it?
Well, I just did. You said Seussical the musical, and I was like, if he keeps talking, I'll figure it out. And I had no idea what you were talking about.
It's. Do you know the story of Horton Hears a Who? It's
Um,
a Dr. Seuss book.
God,
You
no.
were moving all the time. Your parents.
No,
never
I didn't
read
have
you
time for a
books.
childhood. They were like, pack your shit, Tim.
They were like, read a
like, please, will you-
Sports Illustrated.
Will you please read this to me? Pack your shit. I haven't even unpacked from the last time we moved.
Here's War and Peace. Grow up, kid. No, it's a great show. But me and my sister were Thing 1 and Thing 2, and I hated when I got cast in it. How mean, looking back.
Wait, why?
I had to hang out with my sister every day.
What, you were mad that she got cast in it?
That we got cast as the same role. We were like Thing 1 and Thing 2 is basically like, it was like one role that we kind of like shared all the lines and I was like, well, I think I wanted the lead and I didn't get it, and I was like, God, my sister's dragging me down.
So
Sorry,
you've
Maddie.
always been a bit
honestly,
of an
and she's one
egomaniac.
of the people that's guaranteed gonna listen to this. So I'm sorry, Maddie, for bringing that up. But yeah, ego. It was so bad. I remember being pissed about it. And looking
What
back,
grade is this?
it was hilarious. We wore a blue wig. I mean, sophomore year. So
Oh,
we were the
okay.
same height. We were both.
I thought you were like
we were
in-
both 5 foot flat. She might have had an inch on me.
All right, I thought you were like in 6th grade, like this fucking piece of shit.
Oh, no,
director.
no,
I was
no.
like, Jesus Christ, Tom. That's dark energy for an 8-year-old.
I'm like, this lady has no vision. I'm 6. Oh man. No, the only big thing I ever did was in 3rd grade. It was the first commercial I ever auditioned for. Was the only big thing I ever did.
Damn.
Yeah, my parents really thought I was a ticket.
Still to this day? How are they feeling about your
No,
career
not
now?
anymore. No. Jesus, no. By like a year after that, they were like, okay, yeah, let's go back to sports.
Your parents are at home right now, like drinking a glass of wine, having a serious chat. Like if season 2 doesn't,
Hmm.
I mean, if the numbers aren't better than I don't know what
We
we're
got to
gonna
pull the
do.
plug.
Yeah.
I don't know what that even means.
I don't know how they pull the
Yeah,
plug.
they're gonna unfollow us. My dad made an Instagram account just to watch our show.
He's like, look, Tom, I can't RT these anymore.
I can't be doing this.
You're getting 0 retweets on these.
I got a reputation to uphold.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, yeah, they really. But there's oh, did we hit an hour?
1 more minute.
Wow, look at that.
Crushed it.
James, I thought you were supposed to let us
We
know
do.
where we're at.
No, we.
I just did.
There it is. Yeah. Well, let's bring a timer next time.
Yeah.
Or just throw up our phone.
Let's go ahead and wrap this thing
I'll
up.
let you know next time.
All right.
The goat. Well,
Well, I don't know if this.
I don't know how we dismount.
No. Watch Roommates-in-Law.
October 12th.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Watch it
Okay.
again.
There's no way this comes out before then.
Hey, Tom, I'm just saying dates, dude.
Oh my god.
But also next Tuesday, whatever that is, October 19th, It'll be there then too. And Tim, where are you gonna be at? Where are you at on the road? No, I'm kidding.
Well, I was like, Tom, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? No.
I just start listening. I'm like Spokane, Sunnyvale.
No, give the people your socials though, just your individuals, so they can follow you. That's a good dismount.
Yeah. Well,
tactic.
roommates _in_law, and then I'm some kid Tommy. Although I got a sweet DM recently from somebody who said, I think it's time to upgrade to some man Tommy.
Just an all-time horrible riff.
Yeah. And I was like, great. Great to hear from you. Thanks.
He spent a couple hours mulling over that, and he's like, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to hit old Tom with.
Yeah.
I also had a guy hit me up today. He goes, season 2's coming out? I had so many great ideas.
So,
Never met this person in my life.
Why is he
I don't
pissed?
know where. He's like, dude, you didn't consult me?
yeah.
We've never met or interacted.
All
Unbelievable.
right, what's your Instagram? Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah.
T Smith 21.
T Smith 71.
71. He was born in 71, not 21.
Shut up.
All
T
right.
Smith 71 on Instagram. Tim Smith on Twitter with 2 F's. 2 N's.
Smith. That's fun.
You gotta fix that.
Speech. Is it, what are you,
Tim
what are you
Smith
making
wasn't
fun of
available,
speech
dude.
impediments?
Tim Smith was not available. If you can believe that,
I can't.
James Camp.
He can get that for you. James can get it for you.
I'll find a way, buddy. I got you.
All right. Well,
We
see
did
you
it.
next week.
Living together.